Okay, so what we have just done is that you have checked out a project, REST project, which we will deploy locally and which we are going to use. So we did git clone. So I'll just take control of your machine.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you type this command here, git clone, it will clone or check out, you can say, the project from my repository into your machine locally here. Okay, so I believe you have done this, and if I say ls here, it will show the two project. One is this one for which we did just now, right? This one RPC, and one is no, not the RPC, these two ones we got just now, this JSON and XML, right? These are the two which we got just now. So first of all, let's work on JSON. So I'll say cd, I'll switch cd to this directory. So let me copy this whole path. I don't want to type it. So I'll copy this and then I will go ahead and paste it here. Right. So now if I say pwd present working directory, I'm inside the directory here called JSON. Now type one command mvn jetty :run. So what this will do is that it's a Maven build tool. I'm not going to go into details of this, but what this will do for you is it will okay, you don't have Maven, I forgot. Okay, so okay, so what we have to do is we also need to download Maven. So what we will do is can you open a browser for me? Yeah, okay, fine. So here I will say download Maven, download Maven. Okay, once I do download of Maven, I will go to the first link that is available to me. So I will so Pallavi, you also please do this download. So I will choose this link here, Apache Maven 361 WinZip. So let's say it is downloading here. Now what is Maven? Maven is a build tool. I covered this separately in a different course. I mean, you will not need it very much, so we will not go into details of that. So I have just downloaded the Maven.
But why do we use this? Just
it is a build tool. It does a lot of things for you. In this case, we are going to use it to deploy our project. Deploy meaning like making it deployed or deployed on the container so that we can access the application. Okay, so this is a topic which takes like whole days, one more than a day session, but actually you will not need it because we are not directly going to what you say work on this. I'm just waiting for this.
Naresh, so deploying it to the container, everything, is it a part of continuous testing?
Yes, in a way, yes. I mean, if you have to, when we are doing continuous testing in continuous integration, you have to deploy the code automatically by checking it out, right?
Okay. Yes.
So yes, that is right statement to make.
Okay.
Oh, it's taking a lot of time. Okay, so it is come here. Anamika, can you mute yourself? Please mute yourself.
I cannot because you have control.
Okay, so once I do this, I will extract this. Okay, so I will now I have downloaded this Apache Maven. I'll right click here. I'll right click here and I'll extract all. So I will say extract here. Okay, so where is that? So can you copy this and put it anywhere of wherever you want? You want to keep it here only? Okay, so just put it here. Please paste it. Copy and paste it. I did not copy it. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll go in this directory. Inside this, I have this directory. I'll copy the path up till bin. So it is up till bin folder. I'll copy it. Then I will go to my PC. I'll right click here. I'll go to properties. So what we are doing is we are basically setting up Maven and adding it into the class path. So, or rather path environment variable. So I will click on environment variable here. So here at the bottom system variables where you see there will be a variable called path here. Can you see that path? Anamika, can you click on that? PATH, top, yeah, this it under O, no, top meaning the bottom system variable, not that path, the one below under OS. Yes, click on that and say edit and say new. Click on new and paste it and say okay, come out of it, right? Come out. Okay, so what we have just done is that we have added Maven into path environment variable. Now if I open a command prompt, let's say I open a CMD here. Okay, either this one or this one. So I'll say CMD, and if I type MVN, what will happen? It will show some output, means the setup is done successfully. Now how it works is that first of all it will look for that Maven command in the C uses Anamika directory. If it cannot find it, it will look at path environment variable, and from the path environment variable it will find out the location of the Maven and execute Maven. Is it clear, Pallavi and others? Okay, so since you see some output, means the setup is done successfully. Now I will close this. I'll go back to the directory where I have, so where is that? First of all, we are looking at this one, JSON. So let's say I go here. Okay, now I will open this directory, right click, git bash here, or you don't need to do git bash also, only initially we required git. Just open this directory in command prompt by clicking here and type here mvn jetty :run. So what this will do is it will deploy your project on a Jetty server. Now if you are running this command for the first time, you will see that it will do a lot of downloads for you. See, first time these downloads are done. Okay, so after like a few minutes, depending upon your internet speed, you will see that it has got deployed successfully. So now I will give up the control. Okay, so let it finish. And okay, still downloading. Okay, now this download will not happen every time you run it. Only first time it will happen. You don't worry about what is all this. That is not. I mean, at this point, it is not important to know what is all this, since we are not learning Maven. Okay, so I believe it's almost going to start. Yeah, almost. So just say allow access, Anamika. Okay, so what has happened is we have deployed a application locally. Remember when we were starting with SOAP, we set up a project in Eclipse and we used to run that, and we used to call those SOAP APIs. Similarly, we have set up a project locally on our machines, and we are going to call those APIs basically, right? So if you will see here carefully, at the top and in line fourth line from bottom, it is saying 0000:8080, means this application is running on localhost 8080 port, and the line second from the bottom says started Jetty servers. Okay, now can you stop sharing your screen, Anamika? So let me share my screen now. Okay, now let me also start that in my case. So we are in JSON, right? MVN Jetty :run. So first we are doing JSON. I also run the same command as you will see here. And I also have the code with me, but code is not important. You need not worry about the code and all that. So I'm giving you some URLs. Please save it for your future reference. I will also put it in readme.txt file in the Bitbucket. So let's say I create a file which I'm going to call read.txt, and I will put it in JSON here. Okay. So my server is still starting. So let's see. Okay, fine, Sandeep. Okay, so it's, you will see that it is started for me as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my browser. I'm giving some URLs. Please type those URLs and tell me if they are working properly for you. Okay. So first is localhost 8080. Why 8080? Because you will see that this application is running on port 8080. Okay. So the first URL you have to hit is let's say countries/countries. And what is the name of the application? I mean, I'm just showing the code, although it is not very relevant, but yeah, I mean, if you want to know, but if so, I'm named it as REST. So I'll copy /REST/countries. If I do this, can you see this data coming in this format? Yes, Pallavi, can you see this? So
Yes.
please type this URL. This is the first URL which we'll practice with. Okay, try it and then one more URL I will give to you. So this is the first one. Second one is countries. We have already country ID. Okay, so then next is country. So this is an ID is one right here. Can you see? So slash COUNTRY/1, for example. Okay, so sorry, not countries, country /1. So you will see only that specific country, right? So these are two ways of accessing a what you say REST API. I'm sending this both links to all of you on the chat. Please take the chat and try to hit it and let me know if it is working for everyone. Okay, Anamika and Pallav, try and let me know if it is working.
I'm getting an error. This site cannot be reached.
Share your screen.
Okay.
Did you start your server? Show me how did you start. Did you do that setup which I told you?
Oh, right. Yeah, Maven that I was trying is that I got confused because when you did that, I have
One
set up
second.
the path variable.
Show me the downloaded file and show me
Yeah,
where you downloaded that.
this is here. So I have set up the path variable.
Ash, where are you sharing your screen? I can't see it.
Oh, just a moment, just a moment. So it is this.
So go to bin, copy that path. bin, copy that path. Now go to your environment variables.
I have already done this.
Environment variables. Go to path, click edit.
So this is I've already done.
And close everything. Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, close everything. Close this
Acha,
windows.
close.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, you cancel. Okay. Okay. Now show me the. Yeah. Go to that where you downloaded that API.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Where does it after git clone? Where does it gets downloaded?
Where from which directory you did git clone?
Mm,
Yeah. Go here. Say PWD. You downloaded in C user admin.
okay. That's what I was not able to find.
C. Go to C directory.
Okay.
Copy these two in your that API folder. Yeah, go to JSON. Go to command prompt. Type mvn space jetty colon. Anamika, are you able to do it?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was running for me, both URL.
So in that case, please start your SOAP UI. We are going to use SOAP. So
Okay.
I have told you in the last session, security is still remaining. We will cover that later. But I told you that how you can basically do REST calls using REST assured, right? So today we are going to look at it with SOAP UI also. So just open your SOAP UI. Okay, so you can stop sharing now. Pallavi,
Okay.
once this is up and running, you can hit that URL and let me know.
Okay.
Okay, so Anamika, can you share your screen? Okay, now open your SOAP UI. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's taking time.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little heavy. It takes time.
Naresh, if it's a build failure, then also it's fine.
No, it will not fail. It failed for you.
Yeah.
1 second. Can you stop sharing, Anamika? Can you share your screen?
Okay.
Perhaps you are running a JDK rather than a JRE. Where is your Java installed?
In program files only.
Show me. You have JDK JRE 1891. Java. Just 1 minute. Show me that error once again.
Yeah.
No compile is provided and the browser running a JRE rather than a JDK. Okay. So I'm providing the path of the compiler.
Okay.
I'll put it in environment variables. Click on environment variables.
Okay.
Click on path, the one at the bottom. Yes. Click on new. Paste it, Control V. No. Yes. Move up, up, up. Click on move up until it goes at the top. Yeah. Say okay, okay, okay. Okay. Now close this command prompt. Close it.
Okay.
Open another in the directory.
In JSON only?
Yeah. Go to JSON. Yeah, type CMD. Again say Maven Jetty run. Okay, stop sharing your screen
Okay.
and please mute yourself.
Sure.
Okay, Anamika, share your screen quickly, please. Okay, so we are going to now create a REST project. Click on the REST. Okay, here type localhost 8080, localhost colon 8080, localhost
Okay.
colon 8080. Say okay. Okay, say http colon slash slash and localhost. So http colon slash slash colon slash slash. Yeah. Now say okay. Okay. Now here in the resource option, so me. So you tried a get request some time back, right?
Right.
Yeah. So what you can do is type here slash, it was rest slash employees, right? It was employees. So if you say get it on the green arrow, can you, okay. Not found. What was that URL I just pinged to you people? Was
Okay.
countries, not employees, countries.
Yeah, countries.
So if you hit countries here, if you hit get here, so here it says the content you're trying to view cannot be viewed as an XML. I'll hit on JSON request, and can you see the data being displayed here? Yes.
Yes.
So this is how, so like we did for the SOAP request, here also we are going to do it for this particular REST API, right? Now if I say slash of 2, maybe the ID is 2 here, right? So if I hit again green arrow, again content you are trying to view cannot be viewed. Oh, here it has to be country, not country, it's country. Like I'll hit get, sorry, R country, right? So UNTRY country, and if I hit get, can you see that particular country only coming? Yes. Can you see that Anamika, Smita, Sandeep?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so basically, like we were calling SOAP request using SOAP API, same thing we are doing with the get as well. So can you both, I mean, quickly just play around a little bit with the two URL that I had given, and then we will continue further. So once we are done with this, we will try some validation. So Pallavi, please quickly try it out. 1 or 2 requests should be fine. Can you stop sharing?
Naresh, did you create a new project for this, for creating
So
that local host?
go to REST. Here type local http colon slash slash localhost colon 8080, and that.
So in the resource, what do we need to write? Rest/countries.
/countries, yes.
It's giving me an error as the content you are trying to view cannot be viewed as XML.
Also click at the JSON tab next to it. Found it?
Oh yes, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so try it with a country also now.
Okay, okay.
Done, both of you? Who is, can you please mute yourself? There is a lot of noise.
Naresh,
Yeah.
I have tried for all the countries different, and what else are we doing?
What you are?
I tried for different countries that same URL.
Huh?
And so, what else do we need to do? Am I missing something here?
Yeah, share your screen.
Yeah. So I tried for different countries. What else do we need to do?
No, so that is fine. I mean, I just want to make sure that you are able to. Later on, we will put some assertions around this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we will try a few other things as well. Just
Okay. Okay.
you are also done.
Yes.
Okay. So what we will try is, so we have set get, right? Get we have tried. So one second. So get all countries is there, for example. So in this one, I say get this rest all countries, and if I hit this, I get the output as all the countries, right? Now, if I have to, let's say, for example, get a single country, then in that case, I'll say country ry and then /1. It will fetch me that one with the ID 1, right? Now, what if I want to? What if I want to uh, also update it? So in that case, there is a method called post. Oh, sorry, not update. Update will come to that later. If I want to add a new country, so I will choose post here in the drop down. So I had talked about get and post in earlier sessions. Get is to get the data, post is to post the data, right? So if you will see, when you choose this post drop down, this there is a new box created here of media type JSON. So let's say so you have to send the data in the format of a JSON. You will give here some, let's say country is we'll say USA, and population is this much, right? So I choose in the drop down post method here, uh, it has to be COUNTRIES. So just let me verify post countries COUNTRIES. Yes. So currently I'm going to post USA with this. Okay, the USA, I'll make it 100 so that if it is already USA though, there we will know that it is a different country I have added. So if I hit post, let's say what happens. So here you will see that, can you see Sandeep, that it has added a country post with ID auto generated at 6. Country name is USA 100 and the population is this, right? Now if I again get say get of all countries, okay, so if I say again get all countries, and if I hit this, can you see that USA 100 getting added here in the system? Right, Pallavi, Smita? Yeah. So
Yes.
so this is how basically we can also add what you say, we can also add a record using REST API, right? So the difference is, see, currently in this particular tool here, once I choose this as post, right, here you get an option and you can specify the kind of data you are sending. In my case, we are sending JSON data, so please use this URL. Endpoint is this, resources is this, right? I'm sending, so endpoint you can keep it as like this, resources is // countries, and maybe enter this JSON. I'm sharing that JSON with all of you, okay, on the chat. Please take that and see if it gets added into the system.
Naresh,
Yeah.
it didn't stop me to I added duplicate country and it is allowed me. This.
Yeah, that is because there is no check in the application.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It has got nothing to do with. So it will depend upon how the functionality is provided by developer. It is a simple application, so that's okay for now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm able to add new country and I was able to see that in list.
Okay. What about? Can you also do that? Done, all of you? Pallavi, I'm waiting for you to acknowledge.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So just 1 minute. So one more we will try. Just okay. So let's say here in my screen, if I say get of all countries, right? I get all the existing countries. So if I hit this arrow, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now, how do I delete the data? So I say slash drop down delete. Here I specify slash UNTRY country slash 3. 3 is Nepal, right? So in the drop down, I have to choose a delete option. And here I have to say rest country and the ID of the country. And if I hit arrow, right? So let's see the raw data. It says that it is status is 200, which is okay, right? So if I say again get of all countries, so I have deleted 3, right? If I say get of all countries, TRIES, and if I hit this arrow again, so you can see that 3 is gone, right? Yeah, Pallavi and Namika.
Yes.
So in order to delete, you will choose drop down from drop down delete. Here rest country TRY slash maybe whatever the ID is. So let's say 2. So please try this. I'll ping it on the chat. So please try the delete also. So delete quickly. Done.
Yes.
Okay. So one last what we will try is, so we have said get all, we have created a new record, post, right? We have done a delete also. Now next is what if you want to update an existing data? So this time in the drop down you will choose put. So before I do that, let me say get of a country called TRY/2. So I'll get a country which is Bhutan here, right? So ID is 2, country name is New Bhutan, population is this much. Now I want to update this, right? So if I'll say put here, I will put this JSON, this meaning the ID I have to specify. ID is important. So I will put the ID of that. Just where is my chat window? Yeah, so I will put that with JSON with ID, and I'll say updating UPDATING right? Updating Bhutan, and I'll make it 7,000, whatever it is, 500 maybe 75,000, right? Now here the put is used, right? So put, and here I'll specify countries TRIES. So I'm saying that I want to update country with the ID 2, right? And here I'm specifying, so let me pass the resource also. I'm passing it here to you, right? So once I'm done with this, now let me hit this arrow here. So can you see that it is got updated? Now in order to verify it, I will say again get that. After put, I'll say get country with the ID TRY with the ID 2, right? So if I hit arrow, can you see that updating Bhutan, new value, Smita, Sandeep, Anamika, right? Yes, no, yeah. So please try it out. So try out put. Try out the put. I have sent you the JSON on WhatsApp. Give the proper ID here, right? And then please let me know. Done, all of you?
Yes.
Okay. Now what we will do is, let's try to create a suite file which contains all these things which you have tried. So first of all, I have get all countries. So I'll say get rest countries with an S. Then I will rename this. Let's say get country. And if I say okay, So let me, so basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to create one single file which will country R y slash which ID have. I have 3. Let me just check. JSON, no, 3 was not there it seems. So TRIES and TRIES. If I hit what ID was there, yeah, 2 and 4 and 5 is there, right? So I'll close this, get country TRY slash 2 is there, right? So I will get 2. So get countries is done, get is done. Now let's try to do an update. In the update, I have to say put, right? So the one with the ID, okay, so this is the, let's update Bhutan again. Update, I'll call it rename update, COUNTRY, right? So I'll put again, I'll specify this here. So my method is put. Here the URL will be countries, TRRIES, countries, right? And here Bhutan 100, I'll make it 100. Or actually what we can do is, instead of a better way, so basically what I'm trying to do is what you people can try later on. These are all methods. Okay, let's just try it for the timing. I hit this, I get. Now I have these 3 methods under this rest one, right? So I will right click here and generate test suite, right? So single test case for each resource. I'll say okay, and test suite I'll make it 2. So I'll give it some name. So this methods which I was playing around here with, I have all the test steps here. Okay, this is countries. Okay, this is one problem, it happens. Okay, I think so rather than doing it like this, a better way will be, so basically I'm just creating a test in such a way so that we can, okay, so let me call it, I will call it rename rest get all countries. Okay, here I will only keep one, I will donate this. So I have in the get all countries, I have a get, and I'll say countries, right? So if I hit this JSON, it is getting all the data under this particular test here. Now let me create one more new method which I am going to call REST, maybe rest get a country. Right here I will again have a get. Okay, so get a country is there, right? In this case I'll say get of COUNTRY/2 I have, right? So if I hit this again, I get the JSON. So now here I have created 2 get options here. One is with a single get all countries, another one is with, okay, let me also rename this get country, COUNTRY. Okay, so now all this test which I have here, I'll create a test suite out of it. So I'll say right click here on the top, I'll say generate test suite. So test suite create, I'll keep the default options for now, and I'll say okay, I'll call it test suite 3, maybe whatever name you want to give, and let's see whether. So here I have get all countries. Okay, why it is okay, somehow it is retaining that same value which I was trying to change, but anyway, I will check this one out and I will discuss with you tomorrow. So we can convert or create a test suite also out of all this. Okay, So we have tried three things, rather few things. So that was one was getting all countries, and two is get a country, right? Three was update using put method. Four was deleting, right? So I guess that's pretty much delete, put, and adding new record using post, deleting using the delete method, and adding country using post method, right? Guys, girls, these are the different options we have tried. Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me, where is the chat window? Okay, so these are the ones we have tried. Now, if you will remember when we were working on rest assured, something similar we were doing, right? Pallavi, Sandeep, rest assured, we had just to quickly do a recap. So when I was working on REST, I used to create a URL here /city, right? You remember? So if you want, so if you
Yes.
run this particular method, you can see I'm just trying to experiment or try out with different APIs so that you feel comfortable with it. But if you want, you can create a new test case here, new method, which I'm going to call what was this, REST API T. So if you can even have done that automation uh, of that REST API through this one. So this is what was the URL. It was, this whole thing was your endpoint, for example. And what was the city which we were fetching? Hyderabad, right? Or let's say Pune slash PUNE, right? So if you hit this one, it's a GET request. Can you see the data coming out here as well? Yes? Anamika, Pallavi, Sandeep? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So you could have done it either ways. I mean, whichever way, I mean, you wanted to play around with. So just put in this URL, sorry, not this URL, and then, so this is also a get kind of a request where you can get the JSON data, either use REST assured, or you can make use of uh, of uh, SOAP UI, depending upon which tool you are going to use when you start working on it, right? And then after that, when we want to do validation and all those, we will see that in some time. Fine. So it is very similar to, I mean, it is a lot easier here in the SOAP UI as compared to REST assured, because here you had to do coding and all that. But in this case, you just have to worry about giving the endpoint, and then that's it, you get your data. Otherwise here you have to specify base URL, create request specification and other information, and all those things were there. Now in this, assertions are also there. How do we do assertions? That I will take it up tomorrow. Fine. So anyone, any doubt so far? Sandeep, Pallavi, Anamika, Smita?
No.
Okay, I hope it is clear what we have done, right? I mean, since we already have done SOAP APIs, REST is very much similar, except that in this case you specify the, just specify the URL. In the previous case, we had to specify the WSDL and all those things, right? Yeah. So, so that was this was regarding your JSON. Now, do you guys, girls, wants to take a break, or let's? It's only 25 minutes remaining. I am thinking that let's wind it up by 10 p.m. Sorry, 10 a.m. Hello.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And tomorrow, please join on time. Nowadays, very often we are joining late and we are losing some 20-30 minutes. So please, everyone, join on time tomorrow so that we can spend more time tomorrow. Okay. Now, Pallavi, can you share your screen?
Yes.
So we just played around with a JSON a project which was returning a JSON response, right?
Yeah.
Now let us also check out. So give me this. So I'll go back here. I'll stop this server. In order to stop the server, I can say Control C. So it will stop. I'll say yes. Okay, and I'll say the cd dot dot. I'll come one directory up. I'll say dir here. Now I'll say cd connect to tech. Here there is one more. Is there XML, right?
Yes.
So this is a project where again I'll first of all deploy mvn jetty run, right? So
Yeah.
if I say this, it will deploy a project again for me, and in this case the response which is going to come back from this will be in the XML format. Just now we were getting JSON format, right? Now
Yes.
with this project we are going to get data back in an XML format. So let's just play around with that one as well. So I will also start for myself my JSON cd dot dot.
Yeah, Naresh, what was the command for stop the server?
Control C,
Okay.
and then say mvn jetty run. Okay, so it started, right,
Yeah.
Pallavi? Now,
Yes.
now we are going to try out some. So now I will stop. Can you stop sharing?
Yeah.
Okay, so now as you can see that I have also started here parallelly my XML project, right? Now we will try to do a call or to this particular application which returns response in the form of XML, right? So I will be sharing those URLs. Just give me a minute. So this time we are going to work on employees. Okay, so let's say, okay, we can go here only, we don't need. So let me go here I have get all employees, right? I mean, till this we know how to create. I'll say get localhost 8080 employees, right? Now rest XML, so you have to put here rest XML so that we can distinguish whether it is JSON or XML. Therefore I have added rest XML here, right? So if you hit this, let's say I hit this, so can you see all the employees in the system getting displayed? Yes, guys, girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Now if I say employees slash ID is 1 here, 2 here, 3. So let's say I put 3 here and hit this. So can you see only that specific employee ID is coming back, right? So we are not going to do update and delete in this because it is very much similar to how we did it in the next previous case. But can you please try hitting after you started, hit employees and tell me if you are able to perform the get operation. So this is very similar to, so tomorrow when we will look at it, we will look at how we do assertions, right? So I hope you people will remember that we had done assertions when we were making use of SOAP UI. So let me just ping this to all of you on the chat. So this is the URL you have to hit. Can you please try and let me know?
Hey Naresh,
Yes.
I was trying to run like Maven install for these XML. I'm getting error.
Yeah, show your screen.
So here, if you will see,
Share your
this is,
screen.
you can, oh, okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have to
so
go to the
I
directory
was,
first, where you are not in the directory. CD to the directory. You have to go to the directory, right?
yeah, it's the API, API
Is
testing.
greater than you did not change to that directory.
Oh, okay.
You are not in there. You are in C API testing. You have to go to C API testing, connect to tag blah blah XML directory, right?
Right.
Yeah. So first go there and then do it.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm in JSON. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Naresh, are you there? Hello.
Sandeep.
Hello. Naresh?
Yes, Sandeep.
Yeah, maybe later day I might need your help for setup.
Okay.
All setup was on task now.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
15 or 20 minutes. Maybe what are the tools needed? I just if I get any list and links for that, I will be doing it later. Maybe I'll call you
Okay.
in afternoon.
Okay. So at least you can download these links and do the Maven setup. Maybe the other things I will tell later.
Yeah, I'll do.
Done, Pallavi and Anamika.
Naresh, if I want to update an employee,
In this, there is no update functionality. I mean,
oh, acha, okay.
so we'll try update in other places and other URLs,
Okay.
other applications. But this is a dummy application. That's it.
Okay, that's why I was getting error. Okay.
So that can be a valid use case also, that when you update, you get so and so error and all that, right? So
Yeah. Okay.
is it done, Anamika? You also?
No, actually, I don't know. It's saying
Yes.
starting a scanner at intervals of 10 seconds and nothing happened.
Show your screen.
Yeah. So it's still, I don't know.
Yeah, it's already running.
Yeah, it's running.
Yeah, hit the URL.
Okay.
Create a project in your
Okay. Rest. And
http://localhost. Localhost 8080.
localhost.
colon 8080 8080. Yeah. Say okay.
It's already there, right?
Yes, we are creating a new project.
Okay.
Say okay. It will create REST project 2. Now here you give get and the URL which I sent to you just now. Try it.
Okay. 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 Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you are able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, now okay, now what I want you people to try, and you can try it after the class if you want to. So do you remember that we had done some kind of a validation when we were
Yeah.
working on the XMLs?
Yes.
Yes, no? Fine. So see if you can get to do those validations. So I have this data here. Now, can you see some assertions I can add? Remember?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in order to work on that, the important thing which you have to do it is you have this project created. So just share your screen once again. Omega.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you have to do is, so you right click on this. So you don't see any assertion option just now, right? So you right click
Right.
project, right click and say generate test suite. Okay. After
Okay.
you generate a suite, so let's say I will say okay to this. I will create suite here. Okay, so this suite will contain what is there in this HTTP localhost blah blah whatever you created here. So can you see the test step here? Right, the same test step is here, which is having your employees detail. I mean, REST XML employees. So you can click on this arrow, it will get executed, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And here you have assertions option.
Okay.
You can click on the assertion and play around with this one a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, Pallavi got what I just did?
Yes.
Okay, so please just check it out if you can do some assertions. We have done a lot of it in one of our sessions. Okay, so we will continue our session from here tomorrow, but please join on time tomorrow. I want to start at 8. We are missing couple of like 15-20 minutes in every session, so please let's connect on time tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys, girls, then I will see you tomorrow. Let's continue with this discussion of how we do validations and assertions of JSON. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Okay, thank you.
Okay.